I talk a lot about this idea of getting your mindset right and optimized for service. It's something that I've become really obsessed with over the last few months, almost a year now. 20 years into waiting tables, I feel like I have a lot of the technical and like intellectual parts, elements of service down, and this final frontier that I'm beginning to explore and really be in awe of is this idea of my mind and my attitude, and how much I believe that plays in the style of service that I deliver tableside. I know a lot of people in this industry that are very proud of their technical skill, what they know. It's impressive. Sommeliers, really knowledgeable chefs, people that know the bar menu and cocktails and obscure whiskeys and scotches. That's all incredible information to have up here. But without the right mindset, you go to a table with all of that information, and if you aren't properly rested, if you aren't on some level feeling relaxed and joyful about what you're doing, that information will not be communicated effectively. The guests can pick up on that. And this isn't woo-woo or soft or crunchy. This is real science. Something like 80% of what we say is communicated non-verbally. I think only 7% of what we say, look this up for yourself, is actually communicated through the words that we say. Everything else is about how we sound, how we look, how we come off to the listener. And in our industry especially, this is everything. I mean, we don't work in a cubicle. We're not coding. We're not locked in an office or on a phone. We are face to face with our customer, and we have just milliseconds initially to make that first impression. So, in our industry, it's interesting. Management spends a lot of time on menu knowledge, and I would say a vast majority of lineup, pre-shift meetings are spent in sharing information, drilling information, making sure that you have menu knowledge and ingredient lists and whatnot. But very little time is spent dealing with how are you going to deliver that information? How are you going to say these things? Checking in with one another. How are you feeling? How can we help you feel better? I mean, I don't even think that the average restaurant even knows how to have that conversation. And I get it. These are, for whatever reason, especially in our culture, difficult conversations to have. People are very touchy and sensitive when it comes, and guarded when it comes to sharing their mindsets, their where they are with their day. So I really urge you, if you haven't done this, spend some time, especially before you go into work, before you clock in, doing something that ignites your soul, that gets you going. Make sure that you are getting proper rest. Make sure that you are stretching your body. Make sure that you are moving and getting your heart rate up. Make sure that you are properly fed and nourished, and that you aren't coming in hungry or dehydrated. These are all things that you can control, so that when you're on the floor and service begins to unfold and things start to happen that are outside of your control, you have some of these baseline fundamental elements of your psyche and your body and your spirit somewhat locked down.
Kiss, don't let them stop you. This world tells us things not truth. It can be cold and uncool, 'cause parents aren't giving a God.